Hey everyone, welcome to the MDM Minute. So today it's all about the trap. In life, life is a struggle. Every day is a struggle. No matter who you are, where you are, or what you are, it's continually pushing forward on that path. And everyone in embodiment today is on the same path, whether they recognize it or not. And then in earlier videos, I kind of explained what the path was. Some of us a little bit further ahead than others, but those of us that are further ahead, it's our obligation and our duty to stop, pause, turn around, and help pull people forward, wake them up, have them understand more, and give freely of your own free will information that you and your life's experiences that would help people not make experiences that would seem like human mistakes the same experience. But then again, some people will just have those. So the trap is complacency. You get to a point in your life where you're comfortable, and every day is the same thing. It goes in and it's the same thing. It's complacency. You are comfortable where you are and you are not evolving anymore. For me, I can only speak about my own experiences. I am constantly bettering myself through life's experiences when it comes to pushing the envelope of creation, right? The products and services, the stuff that science fictions are written about, and how you get those out into the world. Now, I talk about life struggles every day. You get up and, you got to take a shower, you got to feed yourself. Some of us make our beds, I don't. It requires too much work. And, you go to your job and you get shit from your boss, from coworkers, from peers. Life throws you curveballs, your car breaks down, you have an unexplained expenditure. That's life, folks. It happens to us it happens to all of us. It's happened to us in the past, it's happening to us now, and it's going to continue to happen to everyone. That's just life. Life is a struggle on many, many levels. But being the complacent part of it, when you've reached a place that you are comfortable, that's the trap. And it's a place of neutrality. I tend to tell people to watch words that they're saying, like trying or try. That is, I'm going to go out and I'm going to try and run a mile. Well, you know what? You're not. You're either going to do it or you don't. Those are, complacency is the same thing. You have to reinvent yourself every day you get up. Every day you get out in the world, you have to reinvent yourself. You have to push yourself further in some capacity. And I can only explain how I do it, and I'm sure other people have done it in many different ways. But me, I'm always about, once I get over the hump of the work day, it's then when I shift into creative mode and I start thinking about new products and services. I start thinking about ways to freely give away information to people through MDM minutes, workshops, product giveaways. But if you look at every facet of what MDM does in terms of not staying complacent, I touch on a lot of different areas in my business life. I have probably 150 of these little sayings that I've created over the last couple of years, and I typically will use a picture of a beautiful place that I've traveled, or an aquaware backdrop to convey that information. And that is a challenge, to write something like that. And today, I posted another one, and it basically said something along the effects that as the water flows, so does creation. It's a beautiful chaos of mathematical formulas in nature that science is just beginning to understand. But more importantly, what they're understanding is that in that chaos is order through a mathematical model. That is a way of staying non-complacent. Doing something as simple as that, although it sounds complicated, you find that creativity part in your stuff, and you push something out into the world because you love what you do. When you become passionate and you become driven, and when it's out in the world, you are moving away from the trap. Okay? How many people do you know that have money that are fucking miserable? Okay? I personally know a lot of people that have a lot of money, and there's not one that I can think of that's not miserable. Why? Because they were very successful in their business careers or whatever they decided to do, and now they're alcoholics, or they're drug users, or they're filled with drama, or they have they're overweight, or they're dying of heart attacks, or whatever. I mean, I can go on and on and on. We all know people. That is the trap. To become non-complacent in life is about pushing yourself again. More importantly, it's also about helping people. It's about spreading more love and light in the world. How do you do that? Well, you find, what you love, what you're passionate about, and it continues. The complacency trap is a death sentence, okay? And when you are caught in it, you have no recollection or no conscious ability to understand that you're caught in it, except until someone says you're complacent and you're caught in the trap. And ultimately, that's where I want this video to go. I really want people to recognize it. And there's other forms of the trap too, right? It's if you're struggling to get your bills in order, you can't make ends meet, I'm going to tell you, you're complacent. You're going to say, you're fucking crazy. You're right, I am crazy. But being crazy is a beautiful thing, because I don't conform to anything normal. But struggling in a job that you hate, working towards getting, your bills, you're complacent. You either do or you don't. And again, I've been there. I get it. But when you also have to remember that, your reality is created through your thoughts. And all these little tips and tricks over the last few years that I've been giving away freely, when you start to see the big picture, you're going to be like, okay, now I get it. And you can take all of this and you can practice it. And like anything in life, the more you practice, the better you get at it. The better you get at it, the more beautiful things that will flow to you. I mean, the list goes on and on. So, my brother just had a synchronicity that he's been working towards, and I don't want to go into the details, but it's kind of personal. But it's one of those things where he called me at 11 o'clock last night, or 10:30, and he's like, Pete, the universe just provided. I said, yeah, I know, it kind of, and he was really shocked, because all the things that, I was telling him, he started practicing and putting it into motion, and before you know it, the universe came by and gave him exactly what he needed. And he was complacent. Now he's non-complacent. Now he's hungry. Now he's going to the gym 5 days a week. It's change in your life that you create, that you put your forward thinking process into. And when you do that, amazing things will happen. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of these types of informational videos until everyone that kind of hears this clarion or this MDM call gets it. Okay? My story is fascinating to a lot of people. I was a tech head for years and years and years. I had a wake-up experience. And 2 decades later, I mean, this is my calling. This is what I'm doing. I absolutely love what I do. I can't imagine ever going back into the corporate world. If the universe came to me and said, Peter, I want you to grow your hair long, grow a beard, put on Jesus slippers and a Jesus robe and walk the American Southwest and heal people, I would not hesitate to do it. Okay? Because I know that's where what I do would be needed more than what I'm doing. But, you know, it's not. My place is to, you know, continue product creation and workshops, and, you know, even the receiving workshop. You know, not knowing how to receive is a way of being complacent. It's the trap. And well, what's today, Thursday? In another 4 or 5 nights on October 2nd, I'm going to teach people how to shatter, you know, the paradigm of being in the trap, not knowing how to receive. Fuck that. It's all history. It's going away. It's going away. You will know how to receive, and you will have zero guilt when you do receive. And then it's all about that giving and taking. So take all of these videos for what they're worth. Spread them. You know, if you want, share them. Take the information, do what you will. Take what resonates with you and what doesn't. And ultimately, remember that this is my calling, and I do it freely of my own free will. Thanks, folks. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.